everyone, and welcome to the 10th episode of SKE48 We're trying to live stream today's episode, so excuse any troubles you might run into so far. In today's discussion, we will talk about all the great ways you can connect with the members online, like all the SNS that are out there. I'm Chris, and joining me as usual are Nick.
Sup?
Def.
Yep.
And Willy.
Yes.
We'll start with the news as always first, and Def.
Yeah, so on the 17th, AKS announced the different venue possible for the SKEncore. So they at the time they said fans were going to choose the venues. They pretty much didn't do that. So they said there were 100 different venues who actually applied for the SKEncore. And at the end, so they choose two terrible venues. So one of the venues was had 8,000 places, but ridiculous. So two shitty venues and Nagoya Dome. So of course,
Kitakyushu and Kumamoto, was it?
No, Kitakyushu and Beppu.
Beppu, yeah.
And then after, so they were announcing the winner. So same thing that time, AKS made the choice again. So of course they chose Nagoya Dome, of course, with no surprise at all.
Yeah. Even during the stream on ANN, they kind of they were like, well, anyway, we all know it's gonna be Nagoya Dome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how they made a huge thing about it and they called it the World SKEncore, and people were like, oh, maybe it's going to be in another country, the SKEncore, because they're like, oh, you can apply for your hometown to be, to have the SKEncore, but yeah.
Well, it could have been in South Korea, for example, because it's at the same time of Produce 48, so could have been possible, but no, just the Nagoya Dome, and they announced a handshake day, the day after the SKEncore, also in Nagoya Dome.
Yeah, I've already applied for a couple of tickets.
And Julina had a mental breakdown on stream the next morning after hearing that it's Nagoya Dome.
I just saw it for a second and was now I leave that stream behind.
She was crying a lot.
Yeah, and it was. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the stream, so I don't know if anything was rightfully crying or not. But yeah.
Ah, well, she said it was happy tears. So.
Yeah, and the only thing I caught was I'm so glad I didn't give up and I continued until here and so on. So yeah, hopefully she'll get number first this year, then all the drama is over.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Next, on the 18th, we got a new video on Kotkanadu on YouTube, where Shirai Kotono Kotchan was making mochi together with her sister, as I got it. And it's just her making all these mochi. She had a video where she was eating them, but apparently this one got lost, so you can just see her making it. Next.
On yesterday and Friday, I guess. So a team of 16 girls from all groups went to Guam. So Nao and Obamina were there from SKE. So I'm not sure exactly what were the details. I'm waiting for people to give some reports. But apparently so first some members were waiting for the fans at the airport in front of the bus and in front of the hotel, and so greeting them and chatting with them a bit. Then they had a dinner show yesterday night, I believe, where the members were singing in the middle of the tables. So apparently, 1 meter away from the fans, we're allowed to film and take pictures.
It sounds like a fun event. Plus, is of course nice.
I think it was really expensive. I think it was because you have to pay for a trip, and all that. So
of course.
I remember seeing the price. I was like, that's really expensive.
Yeah, it's like just going on holidays with special extras.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, today, Nick went to the event in Laguna.
I did. It was a great event. So I just came back. So at 1 p.m. we had a talk show. The event today for the talk show was about the opening of the 3D theater. So Laguna has a 3D theater that's always there. Well, I don't know if it's always there. I don't know since when they've had it, but like they have other things happening in that 3D theater. And so like they have Keyakizaka thing there, and they have something called The Room, and I don't know if it's about the movie The Room, if you know about that horrible movie. And there's a bunch of other shows there that you can watch. But anyway, today was the first day where the 3D theater had the SKE portion of it. So Laguna is funny because it's a theme park, and you pay it's like 2,000. Yeah, it's 2,000 yen to enter about. And like, so you enter the theme park, but you have to pay for the rides. So it's like one of those. Yeah. So you pay that, and then you have to pay for the rides. So you have to pay for the theater. It's like 600 yen.
Okay, then it's.
Yeah. So if you want to go to, like, if you're just going to see the theater, it's like probably not worth that, like about 3,000 yen. And there's also a Churi camera exhibition, which costs 500 yen. Like, all the other Churi cameras in the past have been free, but this one you have to pay for it. Anyway, I'll start with the talk show. People lined up from very early in the morning. Laguna opens at 10 a.m. and they were like lining up way in advance. So I got there around like 10 something, because in my mind I'm like, oh, I'll get there early after it opens.
Yeah.
And I was pretty far back, so and I was like, oh, I can't see anything. Anyway, lucky for me, my and Churi were right in front of me when I was standing. And so the talk show was 40 minutes long. The first 30 minutes was just them talking about the 3D theater. So just like some things about it. So for example, they were saying things like, like it's really cool. Like, go there many times. You can spot your Oshimen. It's 360 degrees, so look around. Like all this kind of stuff. And like, oh, please look at all the members. And Churi was like, you can really see our thighs. Like you can see our thighs very well. And anyway, she's right about that. You can see their thighs pretty well.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other. So standard talk show, nothing too memorable. And then for the last 10 minutes, they had a draw. So they had a raffle. So if you spend 3,000 yen on goods, you got a raffle ticket, and they signed some stuff. And if you got, if you had that number, you won the signed goods. So that happened. Yeah, what? Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, everyone who won something for like that's not their Oshi. So the members were like, yeah, please exchange between each other so you all get your Oshi's stuff. Anyway, so after that, I went to the 3D theater. It was really good. Honestly, I was surprised because I thought, 3D theater. I don't really like 3D. Like, I hate 3D movies. And I'm not really a 3D guy, but it was actually really, really cool. I was like, this is like the one 3D experience that I was like, wow, this is really cool. Because the members are like reaching out to you and like they point to you, and all that.
So it's like around you or one screen?
So it's like a 360 screen. Okay. And apparently stuff is happening behind like everywhere. That being said, it's really distracting if you look around the whole room. Yeah. And like they're mostly just in front of you. So if you just look in front, and they really pop out a lot. Okay, that's cool. And like their hands are reaching out to you, and like they're always pointing to you. I don't know what really senses that. But like they're always talking to you and all that. So it's 16 members. So it's a Senbatsu except for Lala, who's replaced by Ruchan. So Ruchan is in the place of Lala. And the beginning, it starts with 4 of them talking. It's like 4 little MCs. There's 16 of them, so 4, 4, 4, 4. Yeah. And so they just kind of talk. It's funny, just little MCs. And then they do Mushiki no Iro, the long version. And they dance around, and they're like popping up and down, and they're all kind of appearing. Anyway, it's really, really cool. And I mean, I was just giggling. Well, I was just smiling a lot because like the members are reaching out to you, and like they're waving to you, and like everyone there is like waving to their members, and like trying to hold their hands. It's kind of funny if you look at what the other fans are doing. you know, and we're all going wild. Anyway, yeah, so it was really cool. And after that, you can see there's 2 uniforms there and some other like goods that you can look at.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the 3D theater. It's really cool. Then when I left the 3D theater, I encountered the members. So they stayed to go on the rides there. The staff was paying them all this stuff anyway, so they didn't have to pay for it, I don't think.
Yeah.
But they went on a roller coaster, so I saw them on a roller coaster, and then they came out of it, and they were like kind of waving to us a bit and talking, like sort of chatting to us a little bit. And then they were buying some stuff. They went on another ride. They came back. They bought some more stuff. So we were just kind of looking at them like stalkers. And I felt pretty bad. Like, but I mean, like some of the members were really into it. Like Sarina and Yuna and I were like waving to me and everyone. But like Churi sort of talks to some fans that she knows, like me and my friend and some other people. But Maya was just not that. Like she just smiled at me, but she's not really into interacting.
She just didn't want to expose you in front of Churi.
Yeah. I got a lot of what.
Like, the thing is, it's not really like you're not really stalking them. Like they know they just did an event in the Laguna just before, so they know fans are still there. So
of course.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad.
Not that
bad. I'm like, like I was kind of like standing far away because I didn't want to go up. One time, actually, I was really thirsty, so I went to buy something, and I was at the stall right next to Maya and Yunana, and like they were looking at me, and I was just like so shy, and I bought some stuff. I went away, and then they came to the booth I was at. I was like, shit, I should have stayed. Anyway, but during the talk show, Maya was looking at me a lot, and so were the other members, so that was good. And after that, the members left. And I went to the Churi camera exhibition. Like I said, usually you pay for it. You pay for the usually it's free, but this time you paid 500 yen for it. You can win a prize there because when you enter, you pick a ball and like your ticket's in it. So I think it's like a special ticket to win one of the pictures that's signed. Anyway, obviously I didn't win. And there's a lot of pictures. So there's a lot of pictures from the past year of a bunch of concerts that the members have been in, and the members who went today, they signed stuff on the walls. But unlike the other Churi exhibitions, you can take pictures here. So the pictures are actually, I think this was my favorite Churi exhibition. The pictures were super nice, but yeah, I can't take pictures. So
I will see some here on the screen at the moment. So
yeah, exactly. So some of those pictures are there. Yeah. Anyway, so that was a bit drawn out, but yeah, that was today's event. It was really cool.
Then we move on to the gradation members.
So last Sunday, Azumarian had a special event to celebrate our new radio show. So the title of the show is Oshaberi Chiffon Cake. So she actually baked some chiffon cakes for the fans. So it was the event was in SKEncore, but they had a cafe in the shop with a bakery, so she could do it there.
Okay.
And then there was some kind of watashi kai. So she was handing the cakes to the fans, but I think also, I'm not sure exactly what, we saw something wrapped in blue paper that she was giving to the fans. And apparently it's been a very long time since she had an event where she was able to meet the fans and talk with them.
Yeah, I didn't know she was good at cooking or baking.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Then for the Masana news this week. So we got the first 2 episodes of our new show with Kuro-chan. Actually, it's a show about idols. It's called Idol Shokai Surushin. So let's introduce some idols. And they introduced a small group of Chika idols in the first episode, and then the second episode, so the first episode the idols were invited. The second one, they showed videos of them in lives, and then it was mostly Masana and Kuro-chan talking together. So if you want to discover new idol groups, or if you're a huge fan of Masana, you can go watch that. She also had 3 release events. release streams for a photo book on an app called Stage or Live. You can find the videos on the website. Actually, you don't need to use the app. So it's just Masana talking alone for 1 hour each.
Okay. Yeah, I guess all the fans go and listen to it. So let's leave it. Yeah. With this, we finish up the news and we move to the theater roundup. We started the week with the SKEncore stage on the 16th.
So it was the shuffle SKEngirls, so regular and KKC members. Things to say, so Go-chan was center for the stage. For SKEngirl, I don't think we really see who the center is. It's not that important of a position, I think.
Yeah, it's mixed
compared to other stages. So it was the MC were very good. So we got a lot of fun interaction, like Kamimura, for example, how she's now kind of forcing her kohai to call her Ayuka-ne-san. So the first was Chibiami calling her that, and all the members were like Ayuka-ne-san. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And after like searching a bit, we discovered she kind of asked the members to call her that.
Yeah, even the draftees already called it.
Yeah. The last MC was very good. So it was pretty much like a free MC. Just members, if you have something to say to another members or things like that. So of course we had to have the Yusuke and Oshin comparison. So the length of the leg. It's pretty amazing, like the difference between the two. We had a lot of things like at most 2 times in the show we've got Miromaru's talking shit about Don-chan fashion sense. So it was pretty good too. And like they had things they wanted to shout. So we got Aina, who's usually super quiet. So she shouted like F-Gen, think of me like a senpai. So pretty much now they're not really thinking of her like as a senpai. So yeah. Very good MC.
Yeah. Okay, next we had another SKEngirls, and it was the debut for draftees.
Yeah, so like we said last week, I think. So Honoka and Shina. So pretty much, I think for a first perf, this was very, very good.
Yeah.
I really liked Honoka.
Yeah,
I think she had really good facial expressions. And I think for the thing I really watch for in new members is if they are like super nervous, first of all, and second if they are like looking around, like if they are not very sure about the dance or things like that, so they're looking around to watch the other members. It was like not the case at all. So pretty much if you were just looking at the stage, you couldn't see like it was their first performance. So very impressive.
That was really nice during the MCs.
That Shina was didn't look nervous at all. Hono-chan looked quite nervous at quite a few
during
times,
MC,
while at other times not at all. But during the song, sometimes you could tell she was holding back a bit because she was a bit shy about it. And I guess it's also partly because she's so tall, like 1.65 m at 13 years old.
Yeah.
So she's probably quite self-conscious about her body, and I don't know. So maybe that's part of the reason.
Yeah, she said also that she was super nervous all the time. So.
While for example, during the MC when they asked her to sing, like she went and sang in front. She did sing like for at least 30 seconds in front of everyone with zero nervousness.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think like even members who've been there like for 2 or 3 years, I think like just singing in front of everyone like in the theater, I think like a lot of them will be like super nervous.
Yeah.
So to do that for your first performance is like
a nice
muchabudi, I think. Yeah, it's way, yeah, because she's called Honoka, so it will be like another like a Hono-chan with Honono. So when I think it's her name in line. So when they contacting her, like they saw her name is Hono Cholobin in line, so they begin to just use that.
Yeah, and she said before she noticed it was written all of the cups for drinking and then papers they got and so on. So I guess she will stuck with her. We had stuck with this one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you can really tell that those two got picked because like the management clearly knew what they were doing there. You know, picking those two to perform and debut already. Yeah. It's like it's nice not to see them being held back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Totally. We had other examples in other groups.
Yeah.
So,
but during the auditions, like Hono-chan seemed, I don't know, she really looked like a tomboy, and while actually during the stage she looked really feminine and kind of cute and shy at some times, but. Weirdly, at some other times, you see her next to other members, and you realize that she's actually huge. While when you see her just alone, she looks really like a little girl.
Yeah.
There's some gap between actually her body and her, like cute and shy face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for Sheena, I got the impression that she maybe she's kind of stupid, and that's why she cannot feel nervousness.
Who knows?
Ignorance is bliss, as we say.
Yeah.
And for the MCs was pretty much all about the D3 members. So because there was a lot of FGN, so it was pretty much okay. How are you feeling about having your first go high? And we had a lot of.
When she said, when the H-Gen entered, all the fans moved away to the H-Gen, and now the H-Gen complains that they are moving to the Lucky 3, so it's nice they get to experience this feeling too.
So yeah, like we'll say like when you're going to the stage and you remember, oh, I know that guy, like he's supposed to be so and so Oshi, and now he's got. So yeah, it's pretty much that. And yeah, like if they talk about Marine, for example, like she seems like she really likes having the new Kohai. Yeah. So like she say, even though she's like very shy, she was the first one to go to them and ask like her contacts and stuff. And pretty much she was super high tension in like teaching them stuff. So yeah, it's one of the things I really like to see, like. Some Paiko-Hai relationship, so yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next we had an E-stage on 18th.
Yeah, and guess who went to it?
Nick, who has way more luck than I have.
Yeah, all right, so let me just say this. Poor Chris, because I applied for 2 tickets for S, and like the same day I applied for that E-stage, and I got my mail, and it said like, oh, you got in, you know, like I saw it in my mail. Like, oh, you got in from like the headline. I'm like, oh shit, we got in, and I totally forgot I applied for the E. And yeah,
of course you had to write before reading.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, hey, guess who got in? Oh, oops. Yeah, so I got into this E stage, so it's been about a month since the last one I went to, and yeah, there were 6 Kenkyusei, which is a lot to say the least. One fourth, right?
Yeah.
Of all the members there, and yeah, I mean the Kenkyusei were just I've seen these Kenkyusei a lot, but yeah, no, like Kohaku and Okada Miku and so on. Those ones are just kind of as usual, and they're kind of slowly fitting into, like, you can kind of see that they're getting used to the whole performance, and they can very easily fit into the teams soon, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. They've been like undering a lot in pretty much every team he perf recently, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, those members, they're really kind of shining. I mean, it was kind of a regular performance, to be honest. Lala was in Hungry Lion, Makiko wasn't there, so Kuma-chan did Oteage, which is good.
Yeah.
And Suda wasn't there, so Maya was the center. So Maya was centered Wishiki at the end, which was great because I was like perfectly positioned for that. And yeah, a lot of the members kind of did. Yeah, you wrote here 6 members did 2 units. So yeah, the Kenkyusei didn't do. They didn't really get fit into the units at all, I think.
I really don't like that system. I mean, if it's one member not being there and maybe they have only one Kenkyusei and she doesn't know that unit, okay, but when
exactly.
6 members and most of the real members do 2 units, well, you know that some Kenkyusei could do some of them. If they can learn the 10 other songs and but some of them under for more than one stage, they can learn a unit.
Yeah, but then again, it gets some nice diversity. Like Ryoha said, for example, Team S doesn't need to shuffle the units because they more or less shuffle them anyway all the time too.
But well, I mean, like if you really wanted diversity, you'd put them in there. Like I don't think Kuma-chan really needs to be in Hungry Lion and Oteage. If she has a solo song, I think that's enough. We can let another member, like we can let a Kenkyusei go into Hungry Lion in that case, you know.
That's easy.
And Don-chan always does too, right? She does CW and Hungry Lion. Yeah, right. So
yeah, she's usually doing 2 units, and that time it was Lala and Karo did 1942.
Yeah. Anyway, so let the Kenkyusei do some, or switch them up and I don't know, like of course, like I'm not complaining because I think Kuma-chan's like a really good performer and I want to see her. I'm just saying, once in a while let them do that because or else like it kind of feels forced and repeated and all that. And in the MC they talked about how to make friends, which was really funny. I like Don-chan obviously. She was like she kept bumping into who was it, Kuma-chan? I think, and she's like, so she bumped into her like 5 times, and she's like, oh, is this fate? And like, it must be destiny. And then it's like, oh, we'd definitely be friends after that. Oh, and sorry, the best part about that whole stage was when Don-chan was talking about her grandma. So she was like she went to her grandma's house, I think, or something, and her grandma was asking about the girls in the group. She's like, oh, your team's been getting a lot of graduations recently, but is the boss still there? Like Takahata Yuki.
Okay.
Like, oh, is she still there? Yeah. She's like, oh, it's
so yeah, she like our grandma doesn't know the name of the member, so it's pretty much like nicknames like Kappa, like Yardoki or things like that.
Yeah. She's like, oh, all the young people are leaving. Yeah. So where's the Bucho? Is she still there? Did she retire? No, she's still there. And I just like family stories like that. And pretty standard stage at the send off. Kuma-chan. I don't know why. Well, I guess because I'm white, but yeah, Kuma-chan always talks to me at the end, and she's like, "Hey, it's been a while," and obviously Maya talked to me. So anyway, good stage.
Okay, next on 19th we had an S stage, which I, of course, as always, watched from the lobby. For this stage, Pios and Yokonyan were out due to the Nacho Sosenkyo stuff, and of course, Junior wasn't there as always. So Lannan wasn't quite healthy, so she was usually scheduled to perform just one part, but apparently she begged the staff to let her perform as much as possible. So she performed the first couple songs, then she didn't participate in the MC. Then she was back for Zayakan and the dance medley, then again out for the rest, appeared back again for Team Asoshi, and then she was out again. So you could always play hide and seek with Landan and see if you can spot her on it. Akapin was performed by Ryoha and Shikako, which was really nice because the whole stage was pretty Zippa focused, so Ryoha and Shikako. And because Yokonyan being out, Machi appeared in Aino Rule for the first time, which I really liked. She has also the kind of image with this song, in my opinion. And for this time, to change things up a bit, they decided not to use a Kenkyusei as the Kusogaki instead, Archan said, I'm tired, I don't want to be a hero anymore. Put a helmet down and just sit around. And the other members just said, we have to save Archan with orange light. And all the fans, or most of the fans, actually changed their pen light colors to orange, even though they haven't been asked exactly to do this or so. And the members mentioned that quite often, also in tweets later, that they were surprised. And II said in the blog that they will continue thinking of new ideas and surprises for the song. I mean, it's pretty suited for that because it's like a fun song or like a bit crazy song, not a typical song. Then after units, Ryoha and Chikako had a really adorable MC where they're just like, when would we meet together first time, or when we went to the cafe, we filled out a questionnaire about the food, and when for the question in what kind of or what occasion made you come here, Chikako wrote with friends, and Ryoha actually wrote couple for that. So of course it included lots of blushing and so on.
It started pretty bad with Ryoha not even remembering where when they found their nickname for the combi.
Yeah, it was actually suggested by a fan, which surprised me. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And in the late MC they also said like what the things I want to do, and for example, Ryoha and Chikako want to do Zipper at some day, but they need a third person. II said she wants to join, but Ryoha and Chikako work instead.
No, it's even better than that. Like they, as soon as she raised her hand, like they looked at each other and just like started laughing. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
And for Boku still Wanchan was solo center because neither Pierce nor Danlan were there. So obviously they don't take 6 cents yet, but the solo center worked really great. And of course, for me, it was super nice to see her that way. Something I just heard from Twitter was that Mikoti and Satokawa did the live commentary on DMM, and apparently Mikoti, at least for the later half, really strongly criticized him as like, the hands are not in sync, and they're not moving in sync, and so on. It's like half of the fans agreed on, and half of the fans really said she shouldn't be that directly in the stream. Can tell that to the members, of course, but maybe in the commentary be a bit nicer or more friendly. Even for the MVP, she was like, just, Chikako was the bottom line, which was her equal MVP. So, I also didn't feel that happy about this whole thing. Even though of course I can't listen to this, but I don't want to listen. Of course, Team S has a lot to do, but then again, there were lots of King Tuesday today. And they already working on it. London suggested the rhythm training, for example. So,
Yeah, and after the show, Lan wrote like a pretty big blog post about Team S too.
I read about half of it, and then I left it be. But sometimes she does it, and it's nice to see she's not just there for dirty jokes, but really cares about it.
Yeah.
On 20th we had another Team E stage, which was more or less like the last one to normal stage. Marin did the first under in Team E, and much to Nick's delight, Maya appeared in Shizumo Tayo.
No.
So because they had like 7 Genkyusei, like so even more than on the 18th. So pretty much same thing for the unit. So Naki wasn't there. Like pretty much everyone who usually do Shizumu Tayo, Hatagon wasn't there either. So like not much choice.
No, look, she wasn't there. Look,
she looked good.
If I can close my eyes and pretend it didn't happen, it didn't happen.
You just ran to lots of stores to get the gravure, so don't be too sad about
it. It's a full body clothed river, okay?
Of course. Okay. These are all the stages for this week, and we continue the media and news TV roundup. First, we had Musubi no Ichiban.
Yeah, it seems like that every week has been pretty good recently.
Yeah.
So the 4 members were Airi, Churi, Ryoha, and Barbecue, and they went to 2 locations. So the first one was kind of some kind of yoga gym, I guess. Not sure exactly. So the goal was to make them lose weight. So they had a scale, and they would put all 4 members plus Yoshimura on the scale at the same time, because you cannot reveal the weight of an idol, right?
Yeah.
So they.
Unless you are Minadon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've seen Barbecue's weight before as well, yeah. But for Ryoha, for example, no way.
Yeah, when she did a diet, Cloten, so I'm pretty sure we knew her weight at the time.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like it wasn't like there wasn't even like serious about it. So pretty much they did the first training and then they gave them food. So yeah, it's like how are we going to lose weight like that?
Yeah, they completely tricked her. Like the weight in the beginning was 273 total, which I thought was pretty high because even if Yoshimura is maybe what 70, is not that tall, maybe a bit more. So if the 4 girls are 200 total, it seems I don't know, it seems quite a lot for Japanese girls, especially with really small ones like Airi. But so yeah, anyway, so after they did some kind of I don't know, some kind of training on suspended.
With bungee ropes. Yeah.
But then they say okay, we trained a lot. Let's give you some food, and you could see that Yoshimura was forcing Airi to eat a second banana. But actually, when in the very beginning of the episode, it took about a minute and a half between the time Yoshimura arrived and he made Airi cry. They have some kind of history together.
Yeah.
So he was force feeding them, and they took the weight again, and they had increased by 1 kilo next to the food. Okay. So then they moved to the next location, which was a boxing gym. So this was the funnier part of the episode, and they did some various trainings. Like punches, kicks, and Yoshimura had to hold the pads for Airi, and she went at it like full force, like I'm gonna get revenge for everything you did to me. And yeah.
Yeah, and they had abdominal muscle training. So it was they were doing sit-ups, and you had Yoshimura like hitting their abdomen. It was very good too.
Like great reactions. Like, you can go at it, I'm strong, so he went at it, no problem. Ryoha was like, yeah, me too, I can do it, so he went full force, and then like Ryoha completely froze, and you could see her face like she's gonna puke or what. And well, in the end, when they took the weight, it was 4 kilo above the first weighting, but then they realized that Yoshimura had a 5 kilo medicine ball in his back. So in the end, they managed to lose 1 kilo, so 250 grams each. The goal was 4 kilos, so they didn't get the prize, which was a poster photo shoot or something like that.
Yeah, I think like the training wasn't really that difficult, I think. So yeah, no way they would lose all that weight.
Yeah, of course, and even that's in one day.
Oh, you can lose 1 liter of water, maybe not for a 50 kilo girl, but yeah, if they had put the heating at the maximum, maybe it's doable. But with what they did here, no.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched it yet, but I will repeat this as soon as possible. Yeah. Next, we had the Ninja Night videos. As always, it was from the 9th until the 13th. I think maybe most noteworthy was the episode Minadon versus Maya, because it included Minadon's birthday celebration.
Oh, okay.
I actually didn't
as
watch
usual, the members the members are super like terrible at doing surprise. So
yeah.
So they're always saying, okay, Minalin, like just go with it and like don't see us. I really liked Ego-chan and Tani. So because I think like Ego-chan being like very, very calm. So like Tani could like just throw everything at her and she was like, okay, yeah, I don't care. So like the two of them was very good. And we had like a speech, a kawaii speech from Ego-chan to stop Tani from crying. So yeah.
I like the Chuli versus Kano-chan, but I cannot remember why.
Yeah.
Since Tuesday, I completely forgot, but that was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean they are not on YouTube, so you can always.
It was very short, I think.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Yeah, they were all pretty short, I think.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have short videos too. Like especially in weeks where all the members are nice and you have to watch 5 20-minute long episodes or so. It's a bit annoying. Yeah. Also, we had yesterday we had the Sanjanayo with Nachi, Yuzuki, and ID. I don't know if any of us watched this.
Nope.
Yeah, I watched it kind of. I put the video and did something else while it was playing because mostly it was not very interesting. Just at some point they played a game with the three of them, Mitsukichi and I guess either another member or a manager who was on the same as Mitsukichi. So bon, that was it was a stupid game where they are in a circle. You have to say go, then the next person has to talk, or jump. So the second person after you has to give the next direction, or back, and you turn the order. And well, they played that for a few minutes. It was kind of fun, but nothing special.
Okay. Yeah, also yesterday in the evening we had Zero Position, a new episode. I missed the first part due to the Saga game, but I also watched the rest, and of course some of you too. Yeah, the topic was the test of strength, or force. We had like a quite wide range of members in it, I would say. With Mikati, Kuma, Uha, or Ryoha, Yokonya, Dasu, Nachi, Yuzuki, and Machi. And yeah, I missed the first part, so someone else go ahead.
So I don't know if they said how many tests there is.
I think 3.
So we had we saw the first 2, and in the preview we saw the third one. So I don't know if there's another one.
Yeah.
So the first test, so it was funny because at first they did an interview. So I think for Nachi or Yuzuki or Machi was like an image of or Yokonyan of Sport Girl. So Uha was like, oh, I don't know why I got chosen. I'm not good at sports and stuff. And the first test was arm wrestling, and Uha was like, okay, yeah, I have confidence in that.
We saw her do it in another show before.
Yeah.
We did.
I don't remember exactly when, but she was really strong and was beating everybody.
So it was pretty much Uha with, oh yeah, I don't really know, and then she won the whole thing. So tournament style.
She
so
got praised actually by this pro guy for her technique.
So the guy doing
the referee.
The referee, yeah.
Yeah, and because she was like, as soon as the starting signal came, she gave in full force and was able to beat some of them.
Ryoha beat Nachi in the final, and it was Mikoti and Yukonyan, I think, for the first place.
Yeah, I think so.
Second test, so it was they had to punch something and calculating the force behind it. So pretty much, I think Yokonyan had to win that. So she did karate for a long time. So I think she was pretty much the only girl who knew how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
She won.
Just doing horribly technique.
Yeah. So it was Yukonian. I think the second one was Mikoti, I think.
I think Mikoti wasn't second.
I think she threw like a weird punch, but it did like second best, I think.
Okay, maybe, yeah. I know third one was Machi at least, and Dasu just fell probably because I think she didn't even hit the ball correctly.
Yeah, properly, yeah.
So Yukonian got, I think, 156 or so, and Dasu just got 70 kilos.
Yeah, so where we are now, so Yukonian's first, followed by Mikoti and Ryoha.
Yeah.
And the third test is going to be like they have to
pull it back.
Yeah, pull a car. Yeah.
Yeah, they did this on the EV show a while back. I remember just Sai beating everyone's asses, but yeah, this is going to be fun. I like seeing those physical episodes, like training episodes, and the preview just looked really nice so far. As always, I think it's broadcast in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
yeah,
like the missing members, I think like Makiko, it's pretty weird. She's not there, so I think she probably had something else, like the Nenachi's stage maybe. Yeah. But I don't know because I think they filmed it like a long time ago. So.
Yeah. Also, Yukonian is in the Renachi stage too.
Yeah. Right. Barbecue also could have been there. She's pretty strong. She's posted videos at the gym doing some. I don't even know if you can call it a squat. She just barely flexes the knees and then comes back up, but she has 100 kilo on the back. So you have to be able to carry the 100 kilo without just falling.
I was expecting Nachi to be pretty strong because he always wins in sumo stuff and so on. But apparently that's not much strength related.
Yeah, I wanted to see the wrestling again.
Yeah.
Like they did in the D1 versus D2 competition, where she pretty much destroyed everyone.
Yeah. Okay. With that, we finish up the TV and news roundup and we move to our discussion topic. This week, we decided we want to talk about all the social networks that are out there where you can get in contact with the members. Especially for us overseas fans, I think it's really important. Or it's like the most important way, because we usually can't go to handshakes unless we specifically travel to Japan. Same for stages and something like that. So these social networks are more or less our only connection to this. I don't know. What do you think is the best social network for contacting with idols?
Twitter.
Okay. I mean, first, maybe introducing everything there is, for 14 members and SKE, there's a lot.
Yeah.
We had, we got the blog, so you can post a comment on blog, but you can.
Well, on the Amoeba blog, not on the other.
Blog. The one with for the Senbetsu, I think.
Yeah, that's the Amoeba blog. That's also there you can post comments. Then of course you can read about the members in the normal blog, but unless you're a mobile member, you can only read the newest blog from each member. Yeah. And when you have some members who just post 2 or 3 blogs in a row, you of course miss half of it.
But actually, you can even from overseas, you can subscribe.
Yeah.
So for 380 yen a month or something like that.
They made it available for credit cards, so it's easy.
It's not. It was not the case for other groups. Like only SKE would allow to do that, so it's pretty lucky.
Then of course there's.
Then if you want to read some members like Takeuchi Saki who posts 5 times a day in a row, or Tani will write. Basically, Tani sends one post per day, but she sends them by batch of 10 every 10 days or something like that. So if you're not a member, you.
I also usually 2 or 3 blogs. Yeah, of course. Then there's Mobile, which is usually not available for fans overseas, at least for SKE and at least for now.
Because it used to be available, but they banned it.
For AKB and HKT now as well.
So, and ST.
I'm hoping the other groups will follow. ST. Okay.
So it's you get a mail from the members basically. So
it's in Slams like one of the best, and pretty much you can find it pretty much anywhere on the net. So if they post photos, and stuff, pretty much you can see that. You just have to.
The Japanese fans are pretty strict with
they're strict. You're not allowed to do that.
Not retweeting these pictures.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to do that, and the members don't want you to do that.
That's actually a good thing, I think, because this way the members post more private stuff in mobile.
Yeah, it's very private. Yeah, it's very private. I was with Shuri's Mobile for 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
Until they banned us, and it was really good. It was always it wasn't like you don't need it. You don't need Mobile, but it's really nice because she would tweet some more personal stuff, for example.
Yeah.
And she would tweet stuff in advance, before I started tweet. She would send a mail about stuff before she would actually talk about in a blog or so on, and she'd give more of an explanation.
Yeah.
And you get a birthday mail too, which is always fun. So the members they update it once in a while, every year, I guess.
Yeah.
And you get a birthday mail.
My problem is because I'm subscribed through a Japanese person who helped me there, or person in Japan. I'm just Mr. Insert Name. So whenever they use the name, happy birthday, Insert Name. Yes, thank you.
Insert Name, yeah.
But I hope they make it available as soon as possible for overseas too.
Then we have the one was the most popular at the time, Google Plus.
Yeah.
So it was I think it was pretty much the first one they did with the 48.
Yeah.
And for some while the most popular member even had English accounts where they got translations from office side. Very late.
Yeah.
Are there still members who what's that?
Oh, sorry. I live next to a highway. Don't mind it.
Are there still members who update Google Plus a lot? Because now it does 5 times a year, for example.
Yeah, the Leona is once a day, I think, and Yuki sometimes, and Wanshan, I think, once every 2 weeks or so. But when you go to the theater, they have one of the screens is always showing Google Plus, and it's always a post from Leona because every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to still follow it at the time because Danchan too is still posting on that, but maybe for a year now I stopped.
The funny thing is, every once in a while I get a notification that Yumichi posted something on Google Plus. So apparently the account is not deleted, and every in a while, at 2 or 3 months, she just posts something. For some reason.
That's nice.
I guess we can move. The most interesting at the moment is
Nanagogo as well.
Yeah, Nanagogo. That's also.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Nanagogo or Twitter first. Maybe at the time,
depends
not
on
a lot of members had.
Nanagogo, they all got it at the same time. Well, for Twitter, it was weird. Some girls started it, maybe Sumire, Churi were among the first.
Yeah,
and it seemed like they will give it to older members, maybe as a test, because for the blogs, and I think probably for the mobile mails, I'm not sure. But at least for the blogs, they have a deadline at 11 p.m. or midnight, and they have to send it to a staff, and then the staff will upload it so they can check that they don't write anything that's not allowed inside. Mm-hmm. While on Twitter, it's really their own account on their phone. So there's no pre-control.
And of course
they can
the
ask
other way direction too.
To delete a post if for some reason, and it has happened in the past. I don't remember who, but
in the other direction too. The fans can send them all kinds of pictures, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've seen some of those. I've had to report some very nasty pictures.
Yeah. Then again, Nanagogo is an app which is usually only available in Japan, but of course, at least for Android users, there's the APK you can download.
Yeah. You can use it on the website as well.
Yeah. At first, it was only available with a Japanese phone number, I think, but they changed it luckily to sign in with Facebook or Twitter also. And some members reply really to every comment you do, and some just post once in a while, and some do some replies. It's a really wide span there.
Yeah, in the very beginning, they were all replying, but then most of them just gave up because since then they all got Twitters. It's kind of more convenient. But on Twitter, they don't reply to fans. Like Nanagogo is really the one for replying to fans.
I think most noteworthy there might be Naruki, for example, who just every day replies to almost every comment there is on the stream. Wanchan does it, I think, every once in a while, like every 2 weeks or so, she replies to the last 2 days of comments or so.
Okay.
Some girls like Kochan replies almost every day to fans, and you would expect that from her.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, for example, Ryoha posts almost every day, but it's only to make announcements.
Yeah, so she, for example, doesn't reply. II, for example, just replies sometimes and just do like, if it's the content is interesting or just it's a topic or whatever. And
I got a reply from Chikako, I think.
Yeah.
I think, Chikako replied to me. Yeah.
She did it.
The first week it was available to foreign fans. It was crazy. Everybody was spamming them to try to get answers. I got a few from Yunana. I was in heaven.
Yeah. And usually I try to write something to Wanchan every evening, just in case she does a reply festival again.
By the way, about Nanagogo, when it first started, like when the members first started getting Nanagogos, they made it like a competition to get photo books.
Yeah.
If you remember that, like the most watches.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's how Churi got her photo book, because her fans like made like spam bots. Like it was basically like fans just made like bots to like just refresh the page or whatever.
They actually made physical bots as well. I went to a handshake. And this guy at the table where you can write message for message cards for the member's birthday. So there was one for Chuli, and a guy had a small device that he had put on his phone, and the device was looping. It was pressing the phone to refresh automatically. To get more views for Chuli. Now, I remember this contest very well, because Nao was versus Johnny Shikei and
No,
Johnny Shikei is the member I like the less in NMB even before that episode. And the two of them were getting a crazy number of views, like I don't know, they had maybe 20 million or something like that by the end, while Komi was at 3 million, doing her own thing at her own pace. But it was between Nao and Jonishi, it was quite tight. And like maybe a week before, Nao started to gain some advance, and she had a few million views of advance just one day before the end. And somehow, like all the fans from so not only from NMB but also from other groups leagued together to make SKE lose, because SKE they always think they are better than everyone, and on a radio show, Barbecue said something that irritated fans from other groups as well. Just the day before, so they went like crazy botting for Johnny Shikei, and she had a stupid number of views in the very last hour.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so stupid. It was like 12 million views in 1 hour, and now only at like 7 million. And you know that both of them, just basically people are botting like crazy.
Yeah.
Possible. So I don't know why they didn't like just like, okay, let's cancel the thing. Let's stop. Computing the numbers, and we'll just give you a photo book each or something like that, because
But even now some members use it frequently, some don't use it at all. I think I haven't seen a post from Media-Roundup in years.
The thing with Nanagogo, like same thing. At first I was really into it. Pretty much at that time it was like Don-chan and Lala, I think, and maybe Danny. But the thing is, right now, I think like showroom is like totally like Nanagogo but better.
Yeah.
So like you can post comments and they're going to reply like live and maybe say your name like live. So like I think it's more convenient like for the members. Maybe in Nanagogo they can just do it whenever they want. Yeah. But yeah, I think like showroom, if you really want to ask something and get a response, like showroom is like so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the younger members are still using it pretty often, Nanagogo. The older not so much, I guess. Maybe it's
showroom they can get money too.
Yeah. I guess let's just talk about showroom now, since we are at that anyway. Yeah. So yeah, they started it, I think, 2 years ago for SKEncore, or one? I think 2 years ago for SKEncore, right?
Yeah, but not only for a period of time.
Yeah, there was like it's only for SKEncore, promote yourself, and then they got the permanent deal, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much like for every event they were doing like for request hour for that event. They like had the thing for like a week or two, and then I don't really know when, but they just like. Okay, it's unlimited now.
Yeah, end of 2016, since it was around the time when 8th Gen joined.
Yeah, I remember when they started, like for the SKEncore, and all my favorite members started streaming more or less simultaneously. Almost, like all my free time went into the showroom.
It was crazy.
I woke up in the morning, started watching. And luckily, after in Germany, after 4 p.m., it's midnight in Japan, so bye-bye, and I had the rest of the day free, but luckily it has died down a bit, so I think there's some more free time.
Yeah, it was during like last summer when Mio was on holiday from school for a few weeks and streaming like 3 hours every afternoon. So I was watching it in the office every afternoon. It was a pain.
So it's really time consuming, especially for some members who just stream endlessly. And then they
At the time, you got like some members streaming for like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, there were some really great
15 hours for Kochan.
Yeah, I mean, for example, the I think Honono and Archan and so on did a Christmas party once for a couple of hours, which was really, really great to watch. Luckily most of the members just stream once a week or even less, maybe 3 times a week, every 3 weeks or so. I just wants to stream more, but I think she has already given up on that already. And Wanchan barely streams. Of course, we have then the members who stream every day, but that's usually just for half an hour, or 50 minutes, like Yokonyan, or half an hour, like
Yokonyan, Nono, Isolin, Ami. Yeah.
So most of them do it in the morning before school or in the evening right before their deadline is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's easy to watch. And of course, as we said, the benefit is you can write comments, and depending on which member you're watching, they're going to have a very good chance of getting a reply.
But you better write them in Japanese if you want any chance.
Reply.
And your name should be in kana as well, because depends on the member. Some can read Romaji, but some of them they have no idea even. If they use Romaji every day in Japan, so I don't really understand why it's
I have no idea.
Maybe they're not sure about the pronunciation.
They just cannot.
Well, Maya had to read "come on" like on her own stream, like she like for her Nico video, she had to read the words "come on," like that's it, and she had no idea how to even like say any of the letters, so she just gave up.
I remember like Yokunyan always reads the names in the chat in the end of her showroom.
Yeah,
like you spam your name, spam comment as much as possible, and she will.
And when she found my name,
she was like, like my name was fine all the time, and then Nick's is just what can I mean? I had even troubles reading. Yeah, I had once trouble reading with Chris and.
Last week, Ryoha was trying to read my name. She was like, no, I don't know English. The Orange no Kaiju-san. Mr. Orange Beast.
I was watching the stream and was thinking, is that really or is it not? Of course, as we said, they can get money through showroom, and we can spend money through showroom if that's what you want to do. I haven't done it yet. By buying presents and throwing them on stage. The cheapest ones are, I think, 1 yen, 10 yen, something like that.
1 yen, it starts at 1 yen.
Yeah, and the most expensive is 10,000 yen. So,
yeah.
Damn expensive. And
Friday night there was a girl from Teammate who was graduating live on showroom. Two of the fans threw 25 Tokyo Towers, so at 10,000 yen each. that was crazy.
This is like 2,500 euros or maybe.
Around 2,000.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I know some members said in the past, don't throw me those expensive gifts. I get only part of it anyway, just go buy handmade tickets or so.
That's what Maya said the first time she saw it.
And I think they get, like, just a small percentage of it.
Yeah. She once said that when someone sent to Tokyo Tower and she was eating a bento from the konbini, and she said, by the way, when we get Tokyo Tower, we receive like, 6 or 7%. So thank you, you just paid my bento.
Yeah, something like this.
But apparently for NMB they get 0, so it depends on each group and on the management. Yeah. So for SPE, I don't think anyone ever told us.
That's why I like this so thank you period, because the presents are disabled, then you just can throw stars.
Yeah.
And of course, then you start.
Before Mio got promoted, when she was still a Kenkyusei, you could send a 10 yen gift. She would say your name, and then she got promoted, and she will only say your name when you send a Tokyo Tower, like all members do. So that was pretty tough.
Yeah, and then of course, go ahead.
Some members are going to I think it was Kautan versus some of our members. If someone threw a gift, immediately it was like please don't throw money at this. Do something else. So
yeah.
And of course, it depends on which member you're watching. Like, for example, it's really hard to get your comment read by Judina, so when they have 10, 20,000 people watching or so. Yeah. And when you have, of course, members who have just maybe 3,000 watchers or so, you can easily get a reply to your comment. Especially if it's just something else than Notice Me Senpai also.
Yeah. What's good in Showroom 2, for me, what I like the most is karaoke streams, for example. Yeah. So it's usually one or many members going to karaoke room and just singing for 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, of course they have to get permission for that because usually they're not allowed to stream music.
Yeah, and they have to. It has to be 48 musics too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Yokonian is doing that often, but one thing I was curious is that you often see members, so mostly actually from AKB, but sometimes from each group, and they seem to always be in this very exact same karaoke room. So I was wondering if they had a room for that somewhere in the office, in the AKS office or something like that, but
it's just management always booking the same room.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah, and I know, for example, II is not really doing karaoke, but sometimes she does just dancing the stages and just singing a cappella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is of course okay.
It's definitely this showroom. Pretty much you can do whatever you want, and even now I think they're not exploiting really the things as much as they could. They pretty much they can do anything they want. So maybe doing a variety show. You take 5 or 6 members and okay, we're going to do our own show and for an hour, for example, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's really for exceptions, like the Christmas party from the Anarchies one day, or Kochan does sometimes. And of course, you have the obvious cooking streams, which you get from time to time.
Yeah.
And
the family members are there too. Yeah.
Like this, I think the most funny shows are when there's more than one member. Like yesterday evening, Ryoha and Salina, or Ryoha and Shikako is always funny.
Yeah, of course.
Or of
course sometimes you get each of them is streaming, so you can see the same from two different
angles.
Yeah, I think
there's some guys on the YouTube channel who compile these, and so sometimes when there's actually even a lot of girls in the same room, so you cannot see each of them from any of the streams, but some guys compile it, and you have the 4 little videos, and you can watch together all of them, and they keep only one sound.
Yeah, I think week I was watching 6 streams or so on my desktop computer.
Yeah, I'm still doing
not
that.
Not the same room, but like different streams, Humidity and Makiko and so on.
I remember like Team E did their reflection meeting. So after each perf, they usually have a meeting like, okay, what went good, what went bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember they streamed the one. So pretty much it was all Team E around the table, and everyone was streaming. So it was crazy.
Yeah. Also, Team E did, I think, one stream where they played cards quite a while back.
Yeah.
Really nice to watch. And Minarun and Makiko and Mikati and so on often do streams from their place. They just cook something.
Yeah, some 8th gen also had a stream where they were playing games. Yukina, Ami-chan, 2 other members. And
this one
you
was
remember,
so
Jeff, the nipple sleep stream?
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember that too. No, why do you remind me?
I didn't even actually. I think I didn't watch it.
Dude, it's so good because like it's funny because
so good.
Showroom, not that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much how I got introduced to 8th gen. Like pretty much they were doing like showroom with like 6-7 girls at the same time. So even like, okay, I just had my favorites at first, but then yeah, if you're watching the streams, you're going to get to see everyone. And like there's some members who are very shy, and you can only like see their real personality in those showrooms with other girls. Like Miku, for example, is like very shy and reserved. Like if you put her with like Negai or Ami in a showroom, she's going to go crazy, for example. So you can really see like other side of her personality. And Yukina is pretty much the same thing. Like if you put her with a young girl, she's just going to.
Right.
Yeah, of course. I think there's always some stuff checking the streams when they stream because they get cut off when they do something not good. I remember Ono, for example, got cut all the time. Usually, sometimes because Archen has a too short skirt, for example, or so. But
yeah, there's some weird rules. For example, they can show a man at all. So, like I think it was Lala, for example, she got her showroom cut because she was doing like gags with her brother.
Yeah.
And like you can show a man. So
the Biuden gag from Oriental Radio. Yeah, sisters are allowed, but not brothers. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't know if mothers are allowed or not because.
Yeah, I've seen mothers. I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I've heard mothers a lot.
Yeah,
like
I've heard them.
A lot of members stream with their mother, like Mio Malus, for example.
Mio always, the mother is always there.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see Yukina with her mother. Not Yukina. First I'd like to see Yukina's mother, Mio as well, because when you see a mother that has like 2 daughters who look like this, you want to see the mother. Especially Mio's mother was a former race queen, so I'm pretty curious.
I wouldn't mind seeing Renahue's mom again.
Yeah.
She appeared in the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we need more of her.
So yeah, showroom is really nice. Sometimes, of course, it's because it's directly you can have some aunties in the comments, which is of course not nice for the members.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Twitter, for example. Yeah, you can just tweet a picture or something at members, and like it's too late. Like they're going to see it. It's not like on anything. There's no filters, so pretty much it's going to happen. Like a lot. I've seen it a lot of time on showroom. Like some members, some guys suggesting nasty stuff, and pretty much.
But the thing is, you can block them on Twitter. Like if you see something, you don't like on Twitter, you just block it, right? And you're never going to see that person again. On showroom, it takes time before someone gets like reported and blocked or whatever, right?
Yeah. On showroom, you can report, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you can block
after that.
It was pretty amazing on New Year's Eve on NGT's Nakairika showroom, where some aunties were there, and she was like, "You guys are. Do you realize how big losers you are to spend your New Year's Eve, like to spend the countdown sending me shit on my showroom. If I get a life, guys.
Yeah, she was like calling them versions or something. I forget what she was like calling them, but it was funny.
Yeah. Then we have one more, or like actually we have two more social networks left. One would be Twitter. Of course, we don't have to explain what this is. But yeah, depending on the member, you can get replies or likes there pretty often.
Some members reply?
Yeah. Like, for example, the nephew often replies to some. I got a reply 2 days ago, but it's just random. Like the first 2 or 3 people commenting also usually get a reply.
I never really understood the rule. I thought they were not allowed to.
No, they are. Totally. But I think most members just don't do it because it will make people jealous, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanchan always, after almost every stage, she just apparently searches for either her name or the stage name and likes or quotes other tweets about the stage. And I sometimes, like yesterday, which I unfortunately missed, she just said, I'm free, just send me comments and I will reply on this stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of members do that. Yeah, a lot of members do that, like, I'm doing a common festival or whatever.
Yeah, Narupi did this
like
during the last handshakes, for example.
Yeah.
Also.
I got a few replies from Kohaku doing that, because she's just like, talk to me or whatever, and I would just, you just send her a tweet and she'll just reply.
It's more like, then it gets like Nanako. Of course, it feels much better when you're the only one getting a reply also. But, that's also, of course you get lots of pictures there on Twitter.
Again, you can get banned though. I mean, sorry, you can get blocked by a member.
Yeah. It's a cool guy who got blocked
if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we know someone, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell her, by the way? No, who was he? No, it was... Yeah, okay,
it was me?
I remember.
It wasn't me, I got a reply, not a block, so...
No, I didn't get blocked. What do you mean?
No,
it was by Elena Hughes, yeah?
It was Joe,
Yeah. I didn't talk about that, because he was like, I think one of you wanted me to talk about that tour. I'm like, no.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, as I mentioned, then, and also the frequency is different for each members, like some tweet 20 times a day or 100 times a day, things like this, and some just tweet once a week or so. But the frequency is much higher.
What I really like is members and replying to each other's.
Yeah.
We have some great discussions with that.
There's some really great up on Matomelog, for example. Usually it involves one of the HN. They're really good at this. Archan is also really good. Recently with Makiko, she's often tweeting. And
there was some really legendary ones with Google Plus where they did the same thing, where they commented on each other's stuff.
Yeah. And for Twitter, it was also recently really funny with I think Narupi often replies to Wanchan, for example. And then we had Wanchan, Piosu, and Narupi, and I think then Ashu doing a conversation, which is also really funny. I really enjoy watching that.
Karo and Yukina with the younger members too. There's some great stuff.
Or with Maya. Can you agree that the best thing about Twitter is Sato Kao sending pictures?
Yes, of course.
No.
Yes.
Like, get that out of my sight. I'm blocking that. Get that out. She's the worst influence on a member ever. Oh my god.
But
only because
you'll still see it in Discord, so
some fans sent her a cushion or a pillow like a huge croissant.
Yeah, it's like doing it in real life now.
But these people are legendary. It's great.
Yeah, no, can we agree she's a bad influence? Like, I'm gonna talk to Maya about that next week. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I wrote 3 comments on her blog about that, and I'm not too happy.
Well, I guess each team has to have a bad influence. Team S has Lanlan, and Team E has Satokao.
Yeah. Can we talk a bit about the SK Amoeba blog? Did we talk about that yet?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, because they have the regular blog, the SK blog, right?
Yeah, which I remember.
Whichever member has, and you can write a lot. But if you're in the Senbatsu, you get your own special blog, and I mean, I don't know, like, it depends on the member, but I mean, it's a pretty big thing once you first get in. Like, if you get your first Senbatsu, it's a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
So for example, so for this Senbatsu, the biggest one was Naki, of course, because it was her first Senbatsu.
Yeah.
And her fans are always commenting on the blog. They're always liking, like the members say themselves, like, please comment and like, every blog and, comment multiple times or whatever, because, like a large part of why the 6th Gen members have been so kind of successful, I guess, is that their fans are always commenting, and like not only do the members produce stuff like daily, like the fans have to also be there doing stuff daily, so it's a lot of work on both sides.
Yeah.
But the members seem to think it's really important. I'm not sure how much of an impact it has, because Jurina, she never writes a blog.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Well, okay, now she does after Masuma's graduation, but this single and the past single on the Ameba blogs, on the past singles, you would find she never wrote a blog ever.
Yeah.
So it depends. Like some members, like Churi will write longer blogs, but they're rarer. And then
Minadon also wrote endless blogs, and I was translating them.
Yeah, they're long. They're long. Yeah. Those are long too. Cyrena writes some pretty long ones, and anyway, so the members always have some they put quizzes in them, and they try to make it interactive with the fans. So you have to try and make you write a comment.
Yeah.
Because it shows up next to every post, it shows the amount of likes and comments a member gets.
Yeah.
So if you look at it for this single, for example, Maya and Naki get quite a lot because the fans are trying to push them through that blog.
Yeah, and for example, I remember it's how Lala chose our fan names. So
really?
she proposed many names, and just with the comments, people kind of voted for the name.
Yeah.
The Lalabis.
Okay. So I guess this is a question I'll ask you guys, I guess. What members do you think are good at replying and excuse me. What members do you think are good at kind of finding your comments and remembering them and kind of interacting with fans with social media?
None of my for Amebla or in general?
I mean in general, yeah.
Okay, in general, it's Wanchan is really good. She even finds tweets where she is not even tagged in. I wrote that I learned with her blog at school without mentioning her especially, and she was on the handshake. Oh yeah, I saw that tweet.
Yes, some members are stalking their fans on Twitter actually.
Yeah,
totally.
I'm totally fine with that though. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Wanchan is putting lots of effort into this. What other members are there? Renashu, as I mentioned, replies quite often on Twitter too. So it's nice.
For me now is really horrible at.
She doesn't follow anyone.
Exactly. She's not following anybody on Twitter because she's afraid to forget some members, and she doesn't want some of them to be jealous or feeling bad.
Mm-hmm.
And she's pretty bad at interacting with SNS and all. But Mio is really good at interacting on her showroom and remembering people and all. And actually, the first time I went to meet her, I said, "Hey, I'm French, so you know who I am, right?" And she was, "Oh, yeah, okay, I know. Yeah, you're always on showroom." And so that was pretty good because even if it was my first time to see her, then I could talk if I could have the same conversation as I had with Ichida Anna that I had met 10 times. Or
yeah, that's a really good thing when the members know you already. I actually noticed a very good thing for this, the really classic letters, because they don't get that many usually, and it helps people remember your name too, if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Churi's not very good at she doesn't reply to people. She never replies. It's her policy not to reply to fans unless it's really, it has to be a really special case.
Yeah.
But she says she always reads everything, all the replies and everything. Anyway, I think every member says that. But it's true because she's seen my, she's talked to other people about my Twitter, some of my friends on Handshakes. And Maya's really good at reading comments on her blog. I'm not sure about Twitter. She's talked about Twitter replies before, but especially on the blog, she really remembers people's names.
Yeah,
not me because my name's in Romaji, but
yeah, and you write 10 slides of one comment, so Probably just skipped.
Yeah, she probably just reads like one of my like trillion lines because I just write a huge page. But yeah, no, but like it happens that you're at a handshake and a member says, "Oh, are you this person?" You know.
Yeah.
Actually, from like the blog.
Yeah, last time I went to the handshake, I made a name tag with my Twitter name on it.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the members, like One and I just recognized this, and also lots of fans I'm following on Twitter, and they following me on Twitter. Said, yeah, I know, it's just really good to get in contact. And I try to use like the same nickname for all AKB related social networks, so it's easier to remember.
Yeah, for me, I'm pretty passive with SNS, so I'm not tweeting at members or anything. Pretty much the only members is Donchan, so she's liked some of my tweets, and she wasn't tagged or anything. So yeah, pretty much. And she talked to me about it in handshake too, so I'm pretty sure I'm in a list somewhere. And she checks on me from time to time.
I used to every time I was going to handshakes, I used to start like a month before to comment every day on Nao's blog, and she knows my name, she knows who I am, but she never ever talked about it. Every day but actually like up to maybe a year and so ago, her blog posts were always starting with "Thank you for the comments, I read everything," and she stopped writing it. So
yeah.
I'm wondering if she just I was lagging, I never read the comments, so I stopped writing it because fans are asking me about comments they did, and I'm like, I don't remember, I have lots of comments, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, it takes a lot of time to read.
Yeah. I'm doing the same for Archon at the moment, because I got to a handshake next week, so I'll try to make her at least remember the nickname.
Yeah,
and frankly, I'm not expecting them to read comments and stuff, because just using it, like if you see they've got one or two blogs, like Google Plus, Nanagogo, Twitter, Showroom, like
Weibo even
it must take them like a crazy number of time.
Yeah, of course, and it depends. The unpopular or unknown members, I guess, don't get that many comments. And
I guess if you go comment on Nachi's blog,
yeah.
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
like you see on Nanagogo, there's maybe for some members you have 2 or 3 comments every day, especially those who don't actively reply to anything. And well, for Twitter, you usually have around 100 messages, I think, depending on how long the tweet's up. I remember Google Plus has the comment limit of 500 or so. So for the popular members, if you are not there in the first minute,
God, yeah.
Out of comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, actually, unpopular members were asking their fans, today, let's try to reach 500. Please ask everybody you know to.
Yeah, I remember.
It was a pretty big thing when they would manage to do it from time to time.
Yeah.
Okay, we are already pretty long, but I think the last one we haven't really spoken about is Instagram, which is done by most members. It's, I guess, one of the least interactive, but it's nice to get pictures of members. And recently they started replying to comments in the stories, at least some of them, like Makiko did. And
oh my god, it's replying too much a bit.
Yeah, sometimes it's just okay, go ahead. But this is also, you can get nice pictures, notably Lada with her English stuff.
Yes,
nice on Instagram.
Yeah, those videos are pretty good. Like, I'm pretty impressed. Like, she does every day, I think.
Yeah. So these are really nice to watch.
I just discovered Instagram stories like a week ago. I had no idea what it was.
Really?
Yeah. But because it's not on the feed, you have to click somewhere to see them.
Yeah.
Right, that's on top.
Yeah, it's on the top.
Yeah, I had no idea, but it's really a pain to watch because there's so many of them.
Yeah, sometimes.
If you don't look at it often, it's not. And you don't know how long it's gonna take because you have no idea if you're at 10% or 60%. They are really hated, but I feel forced to watch it every day. And most of the time, half of the posts are just a picture of something. You don't even see the girl or hear her.
Yeah. I just skip all of them until. Yeah.
But a few times some girls did Instagram lives as well.
Yeah.
And this is awful because
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
It's full of guys who have who don't know about idols, who are just just
because the live
spam comments in English.
trending site usually.
Yeah. Oh, Open Bob or whatever they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's all this sexual stuff. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It's all these Indian guys or Indonesians, by the way. I noticed. And they're all like asking, like they're all just really perverted.
Yeah. Okay, I guess. Did we miss any social network so far? I don't think so.
Weibo, the China one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's probably more or less unused, so not much to say there.
We've got YouTube, but I don't think any. Yeah, Kochan has one.
Kochan and Kautan.
Yeah.
Kautan had one like a long time ago, but
yeah, Kautan is nice for backstage videos. Like for
I think like Kautan, I think she got a lot of shit from management close to that.
Yeah.
But pretty much she was like thinking about that stuff like before like management even thought about it. Pretty much it was showroom like before showroom like doing videos and stuff.
Yeah, and we got at least some nice backstage videos from graduation stages.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was nice.
Does Humana have a YouTube channel or not?
I think they were uploaded on SKE's channel.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, same as Kochan's. So, okay. I guess with this we finish our discussion so far. I don't know. Maybe we can ask at last. What's your favorite social network?
Twitter.
Mine's also
Twitter because I can't throw towers.
Yeah. Mine's also Twitter. It's more often.
I'd say showroom for me.
Okay.
Very, very close with Twitter.
Yeah. I guess if my Oshis would be using showroom more often, I would probably also move more towards showroom.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
My Oshis never, Nao and Yunana never use showroom like maybe 5 times a year, but still for girls like Mio or or even anywhere watching Yukina or Sotokao whenever they are there, it's always good. And every morning anyway, I arrive in the office an hour before everybody else, so I just put on the screen all the morning streams from Kochan, Annie, Nono, etc. And start my day with this. It's nice.
That's the only thing about the time distance to Europe. You can watch the morning streams in the evening before going to bed. So,
yeah. And I think showroom was very a big thing in the 48.
Yeah.
I think like for members it's like now it's a new category like for me, like you've got like singing, dancing and stuff, and then I have she's good at showroom or she's not good at showroom.
Yeah.
It's very important for me, like actually like for a member.
But am I right in thinking that the other groups do showroom a lot more than SKE?
I think so, except the usual streamers. They
depends. NMB for example, they like don't do it.
STU is all over the place.
Yeah.
I was like when I was graduating stars the other day, and I opened some streams there, and half of the members from STU were streaming from the bathtub, like without water, just sitting fully clothed in the bathtub. So
yeah. I don't know if it's really like a group thing. I think it's really a generation thing. So I think like the new generation are using it a lot more.
It's like people are not used to using social networks.
Clearly, the top 6 girls in SKE, except for in terms of viewers, except for Juliana, is still 8th gen.
Yeah.
And then STU is the same reason. They started with showroom from the start.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But then I guess there are some other girls like the two showroom champions are from Team 8, and they've been there for 4 years. So there's no particular reason for them, but
okay. I guess then this has become already a pretty long episode, so we close for today. Thank you everyone for watching us until here, and we will continue doing this live stream version. I guess we will upload it to YouTube later.
Yeah.
And thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, just before just to say like a little shout out to Random 4846 because he's
our boy.
He's commenting on every video I think thus far. So good job,
our
guys.
number one fan. Yeah,
thank
keep
you
it
very
up.
much for watching.
See you next week.
Bye.